I think we should just go ahead. We're recording. Hello, folks. It's been a long, very dangerous journey, but we are back. This is One&AHalfIndians.
Yeah, we are back, guys. We are back. We are back.
We're back. This is true. We are back. It's been some time since you've last seen us, but we're back, right? This is it.
Yeah, we are back. I think my microphone is not working.
It is working. I just lowered it so that we don't hear ourselves and it gets...
Oh, okay. All right. So we good.
Are you okay with
We
that,
good.
Mr. Reina?
Yeah, we're good. So tell me the date. Date is April the 29th, 2019.
Okay.
And it's about maybe, 11 o'clock p.m.?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
And we're starting a new conversation about the next few weeks as a family, what the plans are.
Are you excited about these plans?
Yeah, I mean, we just, in a very initial stages, we don't even know what days and stuff, right?
This is very true. We are just in the learning process, really.
Oh, what kind of? There's no learning. What do you mean?
Well, we're trying to educate ourselves on exactly what to do.
Okay, the big things are coming. Your mother's 50th birthday. She's graduating. She's graduating the first week of June. She's almost done. So hopefully, those are the things are important dates you gotta keep.
Yes, for those who don't
Check.
know, my mother is going to be graduating from school. She will be gaining her master's and becoming a nurse practitioner. Round of applause.
Bravo. Excellent. And I'm looking forward to it because in my mind, they have the, kind of a Facebook caption on for her. So I was thinking about she can put her the cape and everything, and I can take
The cape?
big picture. What is the thing?
That's a cape? You think that's a cape?
I don't know. What do you think when they have graduating thing? Where the put the
Cap
little
and
hat?
gown?
Oh, yeah, cap and gown. Cap and gown.
Definitely not a cape.
No, I know.
She's not a
Cap and gown.
I mean, she is a superhero, but not in this instance.
Okay.
She's like Batman.
She is a FNP superhero. Anyway, so the caption, I already have that in my mind. So I can have Candy Garcia Reyna, Auden, BSN, MSN, and FNP. Look at the degrees she has, man. Auden, BSN, MSN, FNP. There's 4 degrees, bro.
That kind of sounds like a bunch of stocks to invest into.
I know, but she already invested a lot of stocks into it. Her time, energy, a lot of hard work. Some money, of course.
Money.
And sleepless nights, early morning driving, getting to the university. A lot of clinical hours.
University is very important.
Seeing patients, yeah.
Patients are important.
Everything's important.
So that is going to be one of the big news that is coming up this next few weeks or next couple weeks coming up.
Yeah.
Besides that,
Besides that, your WSOP, I'm
yeah.
kind of excited about it. What the heck?
I'm very excited about that. We're less than 1 month, or actually we're exactly, what's today, the 30th or 29th?
Well, it's gonna be 30th
Oh,
in
geez.
about an hour.
Today, the whole day, I've been writing everything down like it's the 30th. I've been signing checks as the 30th.
That's okay.
Well,
so you're day ahead.
That's right. That's nothing wrong with that. So I am actually 1 month out exactly from my first tournament at the WSOP.
What is the first day?
First day is going to be... Oh, wrong camera. First day is going to be May 30th.
Okay, so May 30th, and what kind of training you started? It's a mind training, emotional training, or you just arithmetic involved, or what? You're learning something online. What does it take you to prepare yourself for this tournament? What is it there for you to learn?
So far, I think I've done the stress test. Right now, the restaurant's very stressful. A lot of energy being expended in that regard. Stressful line of work we're in. But, that teaches you to be thankful, Being able to play poker is not something to take lightly. Playing for the amount of money I play for is It's easy to forget that. Like I said, I tell people all the time, you play poker, and when you play poker competitively, as a profession, really, you forget you demonetize money. You forget that money is a a currency, and you're putting your currency directly into these little chips, right? And you forget about that, and you just start playing the game. And then when you remove yourself, you're actually able to play really well because you're removing yourself from money in a good way. But just as easy as that said, it's easy to forget that you're playing for money and just throw it all away. I've seen a lot of people in my life do that. I've seen a lot of people very quickly and rapidly really, what's what I'm looking for? Just boom, gone instantly, just as quick as they got it.
Yeah, I think now I can understand. We look at poker as game or as like a spiritual experience within yourself, what you want to do, or when you do it. It gives me an opportunity to ask you really few questions because now I'm getting a little intrigued because you kind of talking deep about it.
Yeah.
So when you prepare yourself, you prepare yourself like examination first, or it's something like rewarding, or it just kind of money. What does drives you? It drives, of course, kind of money drives you too, right? I'm sure at some point money drives you too. Right?
That's a good question. A lot of people ask me this. For me, it's not as much as it is like money. Well, yeah, you're right. Obviously, it's money, but it's money for a different reason. I think I've told you this many times, but I don't play so that I can win the money. I play because my goal is to retire, you and my mom, so that all the stress goes away and life gets a little easier after that. So I play to get the score so that I can secure my family, forever.
But then again, it's not that kind of assurance. Like if you compare that, okay, it still is it's a gamble. It's still to a certain point. It's not sure that it might happen. It might happen 3 months. It might happen 6 months. It might happen a year from now. It might happen, maybe 10 years from now. So the if it's of course your good intentions are actually not for your personal gain. Of course, it's the personal gain is you want to be a good player, and you want to be known as a good poker player, and of course the money is involved in there. The money is not driving you to the point that I want to have this $1 million, I have a big house and a big car, a big lifestyle. But it kind of drives. It's you already hoping and imagining that when it comes and whenever it comes, right, you gonna have your family get the maximum benefits out of it, and that's kind of a drive for you. Am I analyzing it right?
Yeah, well, I mean, like anything in life, everything's a gamble. Opening restaurants is a gamble. Going back to school is a gamble. When you already have a safe
Not
and well-paying
such level.
I'm saying, like, think about it. My mom could have she's fine. She's making good money as it is. She doesn't have to go back to school. Going back to school is a gamble. What if she fails? She loses money. What if she loses shifts? What if she can't work as much? There's so much that can happen. Again, it's not as extreme. But what is extreme? I mean, the thing is, like, I'm gambling my time and obviously whatever monetary value I'm putting in there.
I'm
It's the
sorry to
same
cut you
thing
off.
that everybody else in life does, no?
I know, but sorry to cut you off in there because that's you start a very interesting thing. So the point is when somebody go gain education, like I'm just saying, going to college or school or whatever you want to do. Education is important, right? I mean, you learn something. It might not benefit you to financial benefits eventually. You may or may not, right? But you gain some knowledge, will stay with you forever. So do you equate the poker playing or learning the poker game exactly the same way, or you think differently?
Yeah, poker, if you take it as a profession and follow the theory aspect of it, and I won't go into that because it's going to bore every single person that's watching this podcast, but there is a very serious part of poker that's called GTO, which is the game theory.
Okay.
So I've done my best to understand and get a grasp for the theory of poker. as well as obviously the feel for poker, like the actual feeling part. And a lot of people in poker say like there's no such thing as the feel. If you're saying you're just going off of feel, you might as well just throw your money as a gamble, which is fair. But I think as a current, like a newer generation player, I've tried to really mix that together. So I mix my emotions, my feel, my my third sense with good sound and round theory and education and mathematics. That's really important to me as a poker player. Like I said, don't want to dive into it. It can get really boring. But yes, I do view in some aspects poker, it is an education. All the best players in the world study. They don't just go out there. It's not what it used to be. There's not like cowboys with cigars, sitting at tables, gambling, just throwing money in. It's not like that anymore. It's changed. The current game of poker as it sits right now, all the highest level pros, all of them study hours and hours a day. They run simulators on their computers. They're seeing what is the perfect play. What would a robot do? What would a perfect computer do in this situation? And they plug that situation into the computer, and then they memorize. Okay, the computer does that 65.3% of the time. So for me to be as good as a computer, which is perfect, I have to also do it 65.3% of the time.
Okay, it kind of boils down to now the few very curious questions I have in my mind. I mean, it's very interesting when you talk about poker because not only it gives me a different perspective about poker as a game, the whole game, or poker as a gambling, a pass out time, right? Because then I can say the same thing. Like some people just go to the university because they just want to have a bachelor's degree at their, have the parents pay for it, like for over 50, 60, 80, 90, $100,000. Go to college, just spend 4 years of your life, just hangs out, party, do whatever they want to do, drugs, whatever. But at the end of the 4 years thing, they just a bachelor's degree. It may or may not benefit them financially, or maybe even to some point socially, but they have the degree. Or there are some certain people, they pick up a trade. Could be a science, could be medical field, could be anything, finance or something. But they excel so well that they are not only have the bachelor's degree or master's degree or more, or PhD or whatever, but they excel they're so good at it, and they are ahead of their games or anybody else. So do you equate the same thing as poker too? There's certain people just there, take a thrill of it.
No, I think
or the certain are better than others.
If you're putting the time into studying in poker, I think it is impossible for you not to be a profitable player. So meaning that if you are making any efforts in learning the theory of poker, learning how to exploit players, learning how to run math in your head quickly, ratios, pot odds, stuff like that. If you're able to do that, if you're studying how to do that, there's no way you can't make money at the game. It's literally not possible. Because there's so many players that are playing, you're playing against the player field that you're against that just don't do that on a regular basis.
So it's you can take any competitive game. I mean, I'm just let's for example, a 1-to-1 maybe. What 1-to-1 maybe a tennis. So you could there's some guys who trains when they train better as a tennis player.
So okay, that's a good that's a great example. I'll like flip it. So let's say I'm not a professional, but I care enough to learn. I go every once a week and I go to Joe, and Joe teaches me how to play tennis, right? Obviously, I'm going to be better than 60% of the world's population, right?
Yeah.
Or 75%, or even let's say 80%, because I know how to swing a racket. I know if I do this, the ball's going to do that, right?
Yeah.
But what about the guy that goes to Joe 4 or 5 times a week? Obviously, he's going to be better than you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You kind of get what I'm saying? The more time, the more effort you put into studying, learning the mechanics of poker, and I mean by mechanics is like making those numbers in your head start going almost habitually, automatically. You're having to sit there and like punch it in your brain, it just happens. It's like, again, don't want to go too far down that line, but once you start getting that, it's really, it's not easy, but in the long run, you'll be a profitable player. You'll be beating the field.
I understand what you're saying. So you're saying it's like any other sport or any other event. I mean, when you practice, of course, you're gonna get a little better than others, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So my point is like the people who do, uh, play poker professionally and they're very very good at it. So their drives, their drive to be better than most of them, all of them, uh, takes them to do those, trainings and then scientific researches and doing, like a lot of those, what do you say, the computer uh, kind of exercises and all that. So, do they take the game so seriously that they think that, this is lifestyle, number one, and secondly, this is something they will be continuing doing forever, maybe most part of your life.
Yeah, I think definitely people that play it and take it serious enough are going to be looking after studying it. Like you said, it becomes a lifestyle. I think you've even seen it. Like people that play poker, it like really envelops their life. And I don't know if that's what's causing me from not hitting the extreme next level, because at no point, I mean, maybe when I was like younger, did like poker really take over my life where I was doing it so frequently. But yeah, for me, it's just always been like family and work first. And then, then comes
Yeah.
poker. So, but again, that could be affecting me in the long run. I don't know. It might, but what I do know, what I do feel, at least the case may be, is that whenever I get in the zone and when I'm back in there, I feel like everything I taught myself when I was really grinding just comes right back, and I can kind of go in the flow. It doesn't feel like I'm not missing a beat, which is a little different. I mean, it's different in a lot of realms. I feel like if you miss out in a certain field for a couple months, you could be really rusty. But poker, I feel like if you miss out in a month or two, you can go hit the tables every couple weeks, and you can just really, if you put in the effort, if you've done the studying in the past, I think you can just pick it right back up, and it won't be.
So it means that poker is something. If you learn something, you know, like months ago, or maybe maybe even years ago, I'll still you still have the knowledge and experience to do well. So it's not like something keep doing it on a regular basis and still be okay. I'm sure you won't be as good as the other people who do it almost every day, because you gain more experience by competing with others every day and get better. What where you see yourself when you play poker? You think you miss out the time you don't play, and you could have done better
No,
than when you play.
no. I
So
don't think
it's
I
just
miss out.
it just.
But for other people, I do feel like it's bad for them. But I don't know. I don't want to come off as cocky, but I feel like I've done so much studying that I feel like I'm up to date. But poker is one of those. It's like a game of metas, right? Things are changing so rapidly
Yeah.
that if you miss out a year, you're gonna be like, the way poker was played 10 years ago is not even a semblance of what it's like played now. If you play
Okay.
like you did 10 years ago and try to implement those ideas, that ideology in poker from
Mhm.
10 years ago, that you might as well just shoot yourself in the face. You're left in the dust.
Okay, so is there any such thing that there's a poker player's life is like, if it's like 5 year, 10 years, the good times, like every athlete has like a good 10 years or 15 years.
The thing with poker is you don't have to. It's not like, how do I explain this? Like, let's say in basketball, I'm a great example. You won't really get it because you don't really watch basketball, but great example, basketball. Like, let's say there's a big man on the team. I'm a big man. All I do is get the ball. I go down low, and I just shoot twos. Now in the NBA, the big man, the biggest guy on the team, has to be able to shoot threes. 10 years ago, they wouldn't even imagine that a freaking biggest guy on the field can shoot threes as well on the court. So it's same thing in poker, but in poker, none of it is athletic. So
Mm-hmm.
it's your job to constantly teach yourself. So there's no real shelf life. It's up to you as a player to be able to teach yourself the new metas, the new things. I mean, Daniel Negreanu, this other gentleman named Justin Bonomo, these guys have been in the game for years. So they've been through it all. They've been through all the metas,
Yeah.
and they're still making money.
So it means they keep learning as the poker evolved.
Yeah, you obviously have to keep learning. You have to keep an open mind, and as it evolves in front of you, it's your job as a player, it's your profession. You got to be able to keep up with it. You got to be able to teach yourself about it. You got to be able to stay in tune.
Okay, so let's talk about let's talk about the World Series you thinking of or you planning for sure competing in. If this year, did you think you prepared better than the last year, A, or B, or this year are you a little more confident? C, that you just going with the flow. What do you think with the options you have like ABC? Are you prepared yourself better? Train yourself better, and that's the reason. Or you just confident because you're gonna do better. Or third C, we just going with the flow. That's what's gonna happen.
I think that how do I put this? So last year was a really big learning experience for me. I put a lot of money in and I didn't have much success. But I believe, I've spoken to a lot of close and very strong poker player friends that have reiterated that, and feel a little better is that I don't think there were many points, if any, where last year I feel like I lost a tournament where I played incorrectly or I did something incorrectly, which is good. So that means I just got unlucky in a situation, or that I did something and to get a certain reaction from another player, and they didn't follow suit. They didn't make the right move, whatever that case may be, whether they fold or they go, whatever. I don't want to go too far into it, but I feel like last year's experience really is going to help play a part into this year. And since last year, I won my first live tournament, remember? And earlier this year, in January.
Oh, where was that?
In the Hustler Casino.
Oh, you told me about it, like 5,000.
Yeah. So it's a small win, but it's really exciting for me.
Yeah.
It's good to beat a field. It's good to be number one.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like you did something right.
Okay.
I've had a lot of deep runs. Played the LIPC this year, which is probably, I think it's the second biggest event in the United States behind, it's probably the second biggest circuit behind the WSOP.
And
the World Series.
Did well?
I did well, yeah. I ended up final tabling one event.
Okay.
Remember I made the final table. I showed you guys some snippets, I think. I finished in 7th,
Okay.
I think. And it's a spot where I got unlucky. And that's the thing. You got to be able to remove yourself from the outcome and really tell yourself, like, okay, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, we lost. We played it correctly. We did the right thing. It just didn't happen in our favor, and that's all right. Go on to the next thing.
I think that whosoever I talk to play poker, like a lot of your friends do play poker, and I feel that most of them they probably do at different stages of the poker, because some do for fun, some do for just little money, just time passed. It's a fun thing too, a lot of them. So I see you a little different when you play poker. I can for sure say that.
Thank you.
And
Thank you. I don't know.
I wish you the best for this in the tournament you're gonna go through. And I just feel that you should prepare yourself.
We're playing a lot of tournaments this summer.
I think you should prepare yourself, because eventually you're gaining a very important and very vital information, actually, because like I said, poker is it's such an ocean. You can do, like the times you can beat probably one of the top players, and sometimes you get beaten by one of the
The worst players.
The worst players. I mean,
there is, at the end of the day, poker, all the best players in the game do the best to remove variance or luck of the game. So there's no skill when you go all in. There's no skill involved.
Yeah.
So when both players are all in, it's just you have to await the outcome of the cards. There's absolutely none of that is skill. Now, if I go all in and I make somebody fold a better hand, that's where the skill comes in. That's where the what is it called? Like controlled aggression comes in. That's where the
Yeah.
ability to really hone your skills come in. You know.
Yeah. So okay, so that's something happening in next month, May.
And that's
right?
taking about 8 weeks of my life up. Ooh, 8 weekends.
So it's happening May or June actually.
That'll be happening from May 30th to July 4th. So like 7 or 8 weeks.
Yeah. So how you plan to do every weekend?
Every weekend I'll be flying Friday night, playing Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday morning or Sunday night flying back, depending on the situation. The only thing, the crazy part, this is going to be crazy, is that on my mother's birthday weekend, there's a really good tournament that I still have to play, but I can't miss her birthday. So I'm going to fly out Thursday night, play the event on Friday, hopefully make day 2, which is on Sunday, fly back Saturday morning to come to the party, go to the party, and then after the party, fly out Saturday night.
Or Sunday
Yeah.
morning, right? Yeah. What time the game starts?
Which one?
I mean, what time?
They all
the-
vary.
the
Some of them
poker
start
game?
at 3, 1, 12, 10 a.m.
Okay.
They're all varying.
Okay, so as far as the my timetable or schedule or timetable is concerned, enough weekend or 10th or something like that. 10th is I think Sunday. So we're gonna be there, and then we're going to San Antonio on
San Antonio?
the Memorial Day
For
weekend.
what?
Or like a 2 days review class.
Oh, is that a
yes.
vacation or something?
Oh, kind of. I mean, kind of vacation plus slash her work. I mean, her review class.
But you'll be on
So
vacation.
she has to take those review class so she can face the state board test for her.
So she has to go to
FNP?
San Antonio to face a board test
No.
in California?
No. She's review class means she's preparing herself to face. So it's like a mock testing. Or
Okay.
I don't know.
Got it,
Preparing
got
herself.
it.
So that's what we're doing. Then the big trip, okay, the Rena's big trip, the first ever big trip, overseas trip, I think, together. After the last time we went to India, 2005-06, we haven't done anything. As a family,
We did
like
the Miami
overseas
trip when I was
right?
playing poker, but I was so busy playing
Yeah,
poker,
but-
nobody else. Everybody went on the trip except for me, pretty much.
But I'm saying overseas.
Oh, it's
so,
true, it's true.
So that doesn't
That's
count.
pretty much over the sea.
Yeah. So like everyone, I have to tell that we are planning. So I'm looking at the camera. So we're planning the first Rena's overseas trip. We haven't. I've been to England, but I like. the
Really? When
kids,
did you go to
everyone-
England?
A long time ago. I went to Gorsh's father. Kind of hosted me at that
Whoa.
time. So
Never been there.
England, I haven't been to any part of the Europe.
Any part of
so
the Europe?
Probably.
I've never been to Europe as well. I've been everywhere, I feel like, in the world, but I haven't been to Europe.
We were thinking of going to Dublin.
We're going to go to Dublin, yeah.
Yeah.
So that trip is going to start July 4th until the 14th or something.
Yeah, 10
something like
days,
that.
Probably.
Stephanie, who's now working at the United States Postal Service, woo, she has to request a day out. So
Big shout out to
yeah,
Postal
big
Service.
shout out. Thank you for taking Stephanie. She's your best employee. We all know that. But yeah, I think it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, start checking. I think we should do a little more research. What we can do in 10 days. We're gonna pack our trip with the 1 or 2 games. The India playing against. I don't know.
So for every
Something
Indian that is in here,
World Cup
or any
cricket,
appreciator of cricket, this is the part of the
Yeah.
podcast you came for, and where we discuss cricket. We're really excited. He's super happy about the World Cup squad. I don't like it very much. I think there's some key players
I'm not
that were
s-
left out of this lineup, but
Only one player. I think Pant and DK. I think I like both of them, but I understand their point of view that they just wanted to send off DK with the last World Cup, and the Pant is the future. He's gonna have at least 3 or 4 World Cups for sure, at least. ahead of him. So I mean, yeah, I mean, you're never gonna be like 15. You know, it's very hard to pick the best 15 because there's so many.
They
Players.
should allow like 19
Very
players, I
good.
think. 15's kind of a
Yeah.
little bit.
That's true. But the thing is, at the end of the day, only 11.
I know, but just think about
So
this,
you gotta
okay?
bench-
There's 11 players. How many bowlers do you have? How many bowlers of the 11 are? 4 of them, 5 of them are bowlers, right? So if you have 5 bowlers,
They very few games too. How many games they got? They only like 7-8 games. How many games one each team
I don't know.
plays? I think there's
It's a
only,
group of
I
8
think
and
10
8, right?
10 teams. No, it's just one
Yeah.
group. I think.
No, I
Everybody
think
plays everyone.
it's 2 groups.
No, everybody plays everything. If I'm not mistaken,
There
alright,
has to be
guys,
a
I don't
group A and
know.
group B. There's no way.
No, let's do it.
No,
right now.
this
Check it out.
impossible.
Jihad ID. I checked. Here we go. Let's look at it because I. Oh, you have the phone. Because that's I was talking to. I don't know. I was talking to someone like Nikhil. Teams playing, kind of round robin. I mean, it's just everybody's team is playing 9 games between each other or whatever. I don't know. Find out.
Maybe you're right. Yeah.
So and they pick 4, I think, out of 10. I think, if I'm not mistaken, whoever wins the maximum number of games.
Oh, wow. But the
We
year
got-
before, they did not do that.
yeah, I know.
Okay. That's
So-
what I'm accustomed to. India was a disappointment in their last year.
So if you let's see how many games India are playing. Let's can you have the schedule?
There's 10 There's 10 teams.
Okay. So every team plays once.
No, I don't
Against-
think so.
No,
No,
twice?
I don't
Oh.
think everybody plays. I don't remember seeing India play Australia.
So then it has to be then two. What do you call it? Two different groups.
Oh.
Then. Why don't you
Well,
check?
right here, it just says.
There's no
No.
groups. So why?
I remember looking at the tickets, but I don't remember seeing Australia as one of the options for the games. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe they are sold out.
But it would still
I don't
tell me
know.
that they're playing.
Okay, you got to say YouTubers, your friends, everybody tell us because we don't even know. I mean, we the cricket enthusiasts,
Don't
we
even
don't
know.
even know.
I'm
No.
so enveloped in the IPL right now. I don't really have time to.
So what do you think? Predict IPL? Who's gonna
Mumbai
win?
Indians all the way.
Well, Sunrisers are doing good now too.
in the top 4.
Yeah,
Oh, they are in the
I
top
mean,
4.
will
They are.
probably make it.
The run rate.
They finally they got in top 4. Yeah. Today they got in top 4. So we got Mumbai Indians, CSK.
So number 1
DC
team is
and-
DC. Number 2 is CSK.
No.
Yeah, Delhi Capitals is the first team. Yep.
They're
the
first team now?
Number 1 team.
Well, I like the team.
So
I actually I
number
thought
1
they're gonna
is,
do well.
DC. Number 2 is CSK. Number 3 is Mumbai, and number 4 is SRH. And there's like 3 teams all tied, or 4 teams, something like
Yeah.
that. And number 4 spot.
Exactly. Yeah. So who do you think Mumbai
That's
Indians
my
gonna
team,
make it?
yeah.
No, it's not
This
your
is my
team.
team,
What do
yeah.
you think? So it means
Yeah.
they're gonna win it.
Who's
Alright.
gonna win for you?
I'm just hoping the Delhi Capitals win because I like the young
I do
team.
not want the Delhi Capitals to win because
Why?
I
Why?
want Mumbai Indians to win.
Of course, I know, but I mean, look
Okay,
at the players
if
they have, man.
Mumbai doesn't win, I hope Delhi wins second. And if
Oh, okay. So you think it's a
yeah,
good team?
and
right?
if Delhi doesn't win and Mumbai doesn't win, I hope SRH wins.
no, so CSK is
And
your
I
last
hope
team.
CSK is forfeited the title because they're cheaters. Yeah.
Come on, stop
Guys,
saying
I'm
that.
giving
It's
you the
not
hot
true.
takes.
Nah,
Dhoni is a cheater.
don't be that.
All of them are
No, no,
match
don't do that.
fixers, and I don't like CSK.
No.
This is
They're
a
not
fact.
match fixers, come on.
This is a fact,
It's
everyone.
not-
You heard it here first.
no.
Facts. I only spit facts.
Don't accuse.
It's not accused. That's why they were
people.
banned for 2 years. They were match fixers.
There was not. I mean,
Match
there,
fixing.
there was no team members involved. I mean, there's some other
Come on, man.
other financial the issues the team management had. And
That
that's why
stops.
they got.
I know you like Dhoni. You
No,
love
it's
this
not
guy.
question of
but
Dhoni, I
please,
like Dhoni
let's
or
be-
not
Let's be
Dhoni.
rational. They were banned for.
No, because if that would have happened, it's controlled by BCCI, right? BCCI has too much reputations on the plate. They will not pick Dhoni. As
You know what they
will
did?
they will
just
not.
gave BCCI $20 million. They put it in their pocket. Say, you know what? Nothing really happened over here.
No.
I'm telling you, these are facts, guys. These are facts.
No.
You heard it here
Stop
first.
saying you don't this kind of sensational. Nobody will watch us because then we don't have no
We
credibility.
do have
bro.
credibility.
No,
People want the
we
hot
don't do
takes.
that.
People want. Do you know how many people in India
No.
believe in what I'm saying right now? Every
No,
team,
it's
listen to me, listen to me. Listen to me. Let me do this very clear. I'm speaking to the camera. I'm looking at everyone that's watching this in their soul. Everyone that is not a CSK fan believes in what I'm saying.
But they could be
No.
biased. They can say anything about
Oh
anyone.
my
I mean,
God.
that you cannot just there were irregularities about in finances, the team members, the team owners, and team management, or something like that. Because you cannot accuse that. There's so many people are playing, man. CSK, a lot of the good players have their reputations on line. They still have 3-4 years left. They can't be doing
But
that.
they did
Come
do
on.
it. They
They
did.
did not. I can 110% sure.
So
about
you
that.
think?
It's not gonna happen?
Tell me right now. You believe that everything that occurred, the reason they incurred a ban for 2 years, had to make up Rising Pune Warriors, whatever bullshit team they had. You believe 110% that no player on the CSK roster had any knowledge of what occurred at all.
No, I'm not talking about any knowledge and
That's the
non-knowledge.
point.
But they
Okay,
were not part
listen.
of. They were not. See, the thing is, there's a two ways to. Okay, players are playing. Owners are putting money, and management are managing the teams. So there's a lot of there's a different avenues people are doing. So you cannot accuse if the one person, if the one group of people doing some financial irregularities, running the team, and if they've been banned because of that, you can accuse the players. Man, why would the players has anything to do with that? Players, not the managers.
Answer,
They
but
don't
you
part
didn't
of the
answer my
management.
question till this right there.
Yeah.
So answer
sorry.
this.
Okay.
You're not answering my question though. Do you believe that any player on their team had any knowledge of what had occurred? Just answer that question. Just say yes or no.
They might have the knowledge.
They might have the
Okay,
knowledge.
so
I'm not sure.
that
I'm not
right
sure.
there is enough.
No.
That
No,
is enough.
Because
That is
I'll
enough.
tell you. Because they bind by the contract, bro. Why don't
There's
you
no-
understand that? The management binds you with a contract with a lot of secrecy clauses because they are the players, bro. What are the players gonna do? There's a such thing about the management, right?
You get paid good money. You're a bowler. Listen.
But they're not managing.
You're a bowler, right? I'm gonna give you the same picture you showed me. You're a bowler. You make good money. The manager comes down to you, say, "Hey, man, you're also the captain, by the way." They said, "Hey, I know usually you don't open the bowling, but I need you to open the bowling today." And then you tell him, I don't think that makes sense. My style of bowling is not gonna really help us. I'm not good to open. I think Kiran, he's better. He's the opener. He's our opener. He's the best bowler opening option. No, I think you should open. You should open. So you're telling me that you're a pretty sound human. I think you believe in a lot of these things. Would you be like, okay, I guess management's telling me I have to bowl, even though I know it's not going to help my team? You're still going to.
So what consists of management? Now, if my coach tells me, and if he is the person
Is it okay?
who is
has the coach been banned?
he's coaching
Has
the team.
Is the coach forever banned?
No.
Is he still coaching
No.
the team?
Of course.
So then
Of
there
course.
you go.
So it means
So
So it
he's
means-
liable. So
no.
the coach.
no.
The Because what you painted me this picture was that the owner of CSK, whoever, I don't know who it is, went down to management and Stephen Fleming and was like, "Hey, Stephen Fleming, I have a lot of money I put on this. I need to make sure you guarantee me that Karan's gonna open the bowling." And Stephen Fleming's like, he doesn't really open the bowling. That's not our game plan. That's not gonna make sense.
I don't think that's the I don't think it has anything to do with it. I don't think they did like something like that. But there's something to do with financial money transactions within the cricket board control board and running the team. And I don't think there's anything happened on the ground as far as I was known. Because if that had happened, I'll tell you. If this was found out, most of the players would be banned. The
thing is,
the
there's
players
there's no place on the
No.
planet where DHONI, the face of Indian cricket, is gonna be banned for life, and you have to get that. They're never gonna do that.
Why not?
Why
What do
not?
you mean, why not? They'll never
No.
do that. DHONI is probably the biggest cricketer in the whole world.
Listen, bro, they making
multi-million-dollar.
multi-million dollars. What are you talking about? They're gonna go for panties, the little things for them? No, it's not true.
But
It
that's
is not true.
we're
I'm
not
telling
saying,
you.
no, you're not understanding. Listen.
No,
No.
none of the
Listen.
players,
Here, listen.
or I can say that none of the major players, or maybe most of the players, have anything to do with anything shady.
Okay,
shady
listen
stuff.
though. Listen.
I
okay, you have
think-
to listen.
You can just check.
No,
check,
listen.
Check the,
So maybe none of the
Check the
players
thing.
took money, but like you said, their coach is being very stringent. He's saying, no, you have to open the bowling. I need you to open the bowling.
So that's not.
So
So what are you gonna do? You're
Nobody.
like, okay.
The
I guess I
point
have
is,
to open the
then
bowling.
if that happened, then why they have the coach there? Because they didn't be able to prove that it's ever happened.
Oh
There's
my
nothing
God.
to do with.
So then why did they
It's
ban him in the
nothing to
first
do
place?
with-
What was the point in banning him?
I'm telling you that the team got banned. So okay, I'll have the answer for that. Okay, if they banned the team, they banned the team, but they then did not ban the players. So it means most of the players played for Pune or whatever the other teams. So you have to understand that the management got banned for their irregularities with not giving the information as financial information or whatever they may be. What are the
Okay, so
clauses
you
they
do not believe that if the top is corrupt, how if the very top of it is not corrupt? In a game like cricket, this is not a freaking Microsoft. This is not where Bill Gates is at the top and the janitor sweeping the things. It's infinite to get to that. I mean, what is it? There's the owner, maybe a couple of board seats, and then the coaching staff, right? And then the players.
No, but you have to understand that if that was the case, if the BCCI banned the team, why the hell didn't ban the whole players, including international players, including international coaches, because they couldn't able to or didn't have anything on them as far as
Okay,
dis-
question.
you know.
Question. Okay,
Yeah.
very good. Let me change the topic. Okay. Do you believe that O.J. Simpson committed the murder?
Yes.
Boom! I just got you. O.J.
Right.
was acquitted in a court of law. Would you believe it? So nowhere in any law, in any court, except for the People's Court, I forgot what it's called.
But
He was not.
he
He
could
was
have a pain.
not. He was not proven guilty by his peers, by his jury. Same
yes.
Same thing goes for this. It's the same exact thing. Okay, maybe they couldn't find the cell phone records to connect DHONI exactly, but there's a silent thing. Everybody knows. You get it. You understand. It's the thing. No,
You have
same
to-
thing. If
Next-
you
if
hold on,
next-
if you believe O.J. Simpson could committed the murder, there's no way you can believe that CSK has no
That's
player
not a
no
relevant
player in
analogy.
CSK. It is very relevant because he was not in a court of law. He was not proven.
I have to read some why CSK was banned. What is the reason CSK? That's the first thing which come up to what Google.
But I
said.
think I just trumped you,
What is-
man. I just got you. You believe
Okay, it's not
OJ.
trumping.
You believe OJ Simpson committed the murder, but in a court of law, he was not.
Hold on.
He was not proved to be guilty. That's right, though. I'm right. Anyways, though, going back, this all just started because I just don't like CSK. I do love Reina though, because we're a family. At least I tell people we are, because we have the same last name. There's not a lot of us out there. Excuse me. I also really like Shane Watson. Dwayne Bravo is cool too.
Actually, the ban suspended from IPL. That's what they're saying.
Anyways, so while we wait for this sir here to check out his laptop, I do want to pimp my other podcast. If you guys haven't checked it out already, the JK Podcast. It is a podcast for myself and Julian, a good friend of mine. We discuss and have hosts on regularly. That's what we're gonna start doing here. Whether that's musicians, skateboarders, whatever the case may be, that we got so much in store for you guys on that aspect. And for this, regarding this channel, we got so much to look forward to, man. We are gonna be uploading way more often now, which is exciting. Now that I have this ridiculous setup, we got 3 cameras, we got 3 mics. We're ready to rock and roll, man. If I've ever seen rock and roll, baby. But yeah, that's pretty much what it is. If you guys haven't already, make sure to click the subscribe button if you haven't. If you guys want to be superstars, Okay, if you guys want to be superstars, click the notification button. That's the best button you can click. That keeps you up to date in everything, and I mean everything, that the 1.5 Indians do. Also, let me know if you guys are interested at all in some merch. I'm going to do some 1.5 Indians merch. Gonna get some cool logos and stuff.
I think we gotta talk about the movies too. Or did you watch the
I did.
Avengers, man? I
I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but I didn't like it. I'll say that much.
Did you
I did not sleep. I did not sleep in
movie.
movies I paid $20 to go see. That'd be a waste of money. But what do you got? Any information, man? What do you got to tell me? You see, they're keeping it all under wraps. Dad.
Okay. I'll tell you what's it does not tell anything happened which is implicated.
Why do you have such affinity for CSK, man? You're not even from Chennai.
No, I
Isn't
don't
Chennai in the southern part of India?
It's not question. You gotta be.
It's
you gotta
not
be
even
fair
near
to
your area, dude.
No, it's
That's
gotta
like
be
me
fair.
defending like Texas. I'm from California, though. How am I gonna be defending Texas teams? How far?
Okay. I'll tell you what was the reason. Okay, so the management and I don't know. There's some guy, Guru Nath. So he's one of the officials running the team. Who was supposed to be running
Yeah.
the team. He was involved in putting the bets on the team, his team. So there was no by the rule, maybe clauses or whatever. They found out about it. And another for the same thing happened with the Rajasthan Royals as well. So the thing is, it just said, why the hell do you have to put the bets when your team is involved? So I think that's one of the reasons. I don't know if that has anything to do with any of the players was involved.
But they're
or
not
I have
descriptive
no
of what the bet is. What are they betting? Are they betting on the outcome? Are they betting on, like
No,
you
they
said?
just-
Like
I
you
don't
said,
know.
with remember Srishant, you said that if he has to come out with the red towel. So
Yeah.
is it something like that?
I don't know.
know.
They didn't
But
have
I'm saying you
information on
can
that.
get
He just accepted that he was playing bets on his team.
okay.
Whatever.
Like I said, a very plausible situation that could have occurred, we can say, is that let's say there's better X and better Y, right? Better X and better Y. Better X is the team owner, but he has anonymity. Nobody knows who he is, but Better Y doesn't know who he is, right? But the bookie does. They know who both parties are. Better Y is like getting 10-1 on me opening the bowling because I always open the bowling, right?
I got it. I
Right?
I know.
Better X is like, I can make whoever the hell I want open the bowling. I want you to open the bowling. And I'm
But
gonna get.
they
I'm gonna get.
don't
No,
know.
listen.
I
I'm gonna
understand. I
get.
got
You're
you.
gonna get 100-1, right? 100-1 on your money. This is a situation where you're not really rigging the outcome. You're not. This is a very plausible situation. It's not like you're going out there and being like, "Hey, DHONI, game." That's ridiculous. This is like back in the 1950s.
No, I.
But what I'm
got
saying
you,
is
what
I'm
you're
giving
coming
you a
from.
very plausible situation that could have happened.
It can be. It can be. But I don't know at what level it happened. I don't know. You said
That's
stop
fine.
in my face. All right. Okay.
Well, you're over here. We're over here now.
I was over. Okay. Anyway, so long story short, so let's talk about movies. Any movies
No.
coming up or what? No, I have no idea about
I don't
movies.
really watch movies.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we should keep. I would love to do this vlogging
Yeah.
thing that we always have cameras in the car.
That's
in the place we're
vlogging.
gonna stand, in the
Vlogging.
restaurant. You don't like that one?
I'm not a big fan of vlogging.
That's I think wonderful idea. What is
Vlogging
that?
is
What do you
blogging.
mean
Vlogging, vlogging.
Oh, it's a
video
vlog.
log.
Yeah. What do you don't like video log? Why?
No, not really.
I think that would be wonderful. That would really.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah. So
Vlogging just takes
anyone-
way too much editing, and I just can't get how somebody would be interested enough in watching what goes on in my life. You know what I mean? For 14 and a half hours yesterday, I was sitting at work working. How can that be interesting to a human? I wouldn't know.
I don't think that many log. I mean, you can just. We gotta pick up a topic and then, like for example, okay,
What we
gonna
could
go
do is
to-
that we could vlog, we could video log our trips, our travel to London. That makes sense. you
Yeah.
know?
that kind of thing. When once we do that, 1.5 Indian vlog coming
Yeah,
up.
sure.
All right, guys. So are we gonna close the log, or anything else we're gonna talk about?
I think that's
Vlog
about everything.
podcast.
If you guys haven't already, like I said, click the subscription button, click the bell so that you can be informed whenever we post. We will be posting
Yeah.
much more frequently now. I'm gonna try to get our logo situated so that we can get some merch.
We're gonna put it at the back
No.
right here. We're just gonna stay the
It
white
just keeps it
wall.
professional. You don't think so?
I see a lot of gadgets here, so can do. Oh, you and ask maybe the viewers, they want to see the little different setup, different.
I think they
thing
love
they
the
don't
setup.
see.
I think so. I don't want
Okay.
to speak for you guys at all, but I feel like you guys are liking this setup.
How about here we get some music? How come we just have some karaoke, some singing going on?
No.
I think I liked the singing time last night.
No.
It was good. Oh, by the way, they want you to continue. They want you to say, "Your go ahead with karaoke night at the restaurant."
What
I
are
think
you
that'd be a
talking about?
wonderful idea. Maybe Monday night or Tuesday night we should have
That
a
sounds
karaoke night.
terrible.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Karaoke is the worst.
No. It's just a lot of people are into it, and there's nothing
I
wrong
don't really
with
like
it.
karaoke. It's very nerve-wracking for me.
Well, for you, maybe fun for a
But
lot
then
of
it's a
people.
lot of people that.
I think we should do Tuesday night when you bartend. That's a good idea.
That sounds.
So you can jump in
That
as a
sounds like
bartender.
hell for me. Yeah.
So let's keep that in mind. Maybe within a week we'll start doing that. We can able to advertise and stuff. Okay. So anything else important?
I think we've covered every base. We talked about cricket, which is my favorite sport, of course. We got pretty debate, good debate. Yeah. We have to find these
Okay.
subjects so we can debate about them. People want to see what we think because we don't agree on a lot
Yeah.
of things. Because you're the full Indian, I'm the half Indian. I believe in integrity of the game. Okay, I've played sports my whole life, and I
So do
never
I.
cheated anyone when I played. I did
Yeah,
cross the rules, but I never cheated.
Yeah, that I agree, and I second that thought. And I think sports should be as clean as water.
Water's not that clean though. Look at Flint.
Yeah, water is like
What's going on in Flint?
the Flint.
It's one place here in the United States that doesn't have clean water.
Oh.
So water's not that clear.
So I'll look into Flint. But other
Donate
than
to Flint, guys. Give them clean water.
yeah. And on top of it, India has only one big thing going on in their lives, and they are very successful.
Cricket.
A lot of people making a lot of money.
I mean, India is a
and
powerhouse in
it
the
drives the
IT.
economy. No, they drives the economy, and all the stadiums are full most of the time, and there's lots of people involved, a lot of foreign players involved, a lot of officials involved, a lot of vendors involved, little shops and chai walas and soda walas and the little samosa wala.
Oh, also, this is my resume
Get the
and
job.
my application for any teams in the IPL looking for a very smart, very capable, and always watching cricket fan. I'll come on board as a scout for all talent. I'll be a talent scout because there's a lot of overseas players that can be bought for the real cheap that want an opportunity to play, and that you guys are just too blind to see because it's become less about the win and more about the superstars, i.e. Rajasthan or whatever they're called. What are they called again? Bangalore, Royal Challengers Bangalore, who is the worst team and they have the worst record every year now. It seems like 2 years in a row they did poorly, and they have the best team. They have the
thing
best
is
player
that
at
I
every
think
position.
IPL must reinvent itself. It should, because they're the 8-team scenario.
It's too little teams. There should be at least 12 teams. They should
12 teams.
no.
10
They
to 12
they should be getting on board with like 16 teams.
Yeah, but the BCCI is thinking in a sense that the world cricket the body.
Do you want me to
the
give you? Do you want me to
governing
give you the
body.
easy thing, real quick?
What
You
is that?
play. There's 2 divisions, East and West. Intra division, you play every team twice. Outsider division, you play the team once. The top 2 teams, right, of both divisions
Yeah.
make it to the semifinals.
So it'll be a lesser number of games. Or
Be around just the same, I guess.
same games. That's
You
better.
play 16.
And
You play
then-
24. Each team plays 24 games, right? If it's 16 teams. If it's 16 teams.
So I think the IPL should be at least 3 months, right? Season should be 3 months minimum.
If you're
right?
playing 24 games, you can play 3 games a week. Which
the day,
no,
you should be daily.
yeah,
games
I'm just saying
every
each
day.
team would be playing 3 games a week. So you'd get a day, 2 days rest, or a day rest, and then a day off, 2 days off,
Yeah.
and some points of the week. So what is that? 8 weeks. If you play 24 games, which is great, the season should be 24 games. 8 weeks is 2 months. My great idea just was better than whatever they're thinking of. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think they have to extend the team framework because it will drive a lot of money into it. A lot of international players get some, young players will get in there. Actually, the Caribbeans are doing very good. Caribbean players are they're doing really good. This
None of
season.
those
And
Caribbean,
Afghanistan.
none of the Caribbean
Afghanistan.
players actually play for the West Indies team anymore, or the Windies team, which is
Yeah, I
kind of
know.
funny.
Because
They're in shambles, man. I don't think I've ever seen any country, any sports team drastically fall from such. I mean, maybe the Knicks. You don't know about them.
Yeah.
As a basketball team, to fall from so high. They're one of the best teams. Remember, people used to fear their bowling attack.
70s and 80s.
Their bowling attack, people would just give up. They just walk away. They had the
Yeah.
what was the name? I forgot their names.
I mean the Roberts and Walsh and Joel Garner and all those guys were
All
very,
the best
very
ones
fast.
in the whole world.
Holding.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
All those guys. Yeah. So Bishop,
He's
now
great, he's great, but-
commentating. He's very
Funny.
good. So and
Oh,
then the
you know,
batsmen
I
were
hate
really good.
Gonski. I hate that guy. If you're watching this guy, you're the
He's from New
worst.
Zealand?
I
Where is he
don't know.
from?
He's probably Australian. Cause I think he's
He's from New
Australian.
Zealand.
Really?
New Zealander, I think.
He
I think.
commentates for the Big Bash as well. Yeah, he's always like, and
But
then
I think-
Gonski.
You-
God. So
But
bad.
like,
Which guy?
good.
Pearson who?
Kevin Peterson.
Oh, he's all right. Yeah.
Good. And some Indians, I think the Harsha Bhogle is good.
I honestly don't know any other names, but if you gave me their things, I'd get it. I don't. Okay, Big Bash League. If you're watching this, I'm gonna give you guys some advice. Again, this application. If anybody wants to pay me $200,000 a year to commentate, I'm happy to do that. I promise you, I'll be the best commentator on board. But you guys cannot be bashing the players mid game. It's so trashy. Leave that for the fans. Don't
Actually-
be doing that. I hate that about the Big Bash League. They'll literally be like, "Oh, what a terrible bull! Oh my God!" They'll just be like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
I will really support your audition or your interview with the Big Bash people, because not only you're half Indian and half Latino, on top of you an American. So an American, hey, you gotta bring the sport to America. There are a lot of people, millions and millions of people watching, million people are supporting, million people are giving money. You need a guy who understands the game.
Except for
On
all
top of
people.
it, use the accent you want to use. The point is, all these guys. Come on. I mean, there's nothing wrong with English and Australian or whatever.
Let's bring some flavor.
It brings us flavor, and then you wouldn't carry any baggage you're gonna support, or you have because you have to say certain things because it's gonna only kind of politically correct things to
I'll say what I gotta say.
yeah. I mean their
suck, I'll
point
let
of
you
view,
know.
actually New Zealander or Australian point of view. You're gonna say as is.
And there's no Indian people that play there, so I'll have no bandwagon. I won't care about any.
yeah, and then it would be perfect because then it can be a good blend
Good blend.
of good blend.
Like I
of
said,
it.
but please, Big Bash League, do not trash the players. It's really tacky. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You never hear in the MLB or in the NBA or whatever. It's really frowned upon for a commentator to go out of his way to push down a player. If the player's doing bad, the player obviously knows he's doing poorly. You don't gotta crap on his face on national TV. It's terrible. It's a bad look. You guys are way too old to be doing that. This is not like high school. It's not like elementary school where you start beating up on somebody. It's so tacky. Imagine you're out there having a rough time of it, and the commentator's just pooping on your face. You'd hate it. You shouldn't do that. It's really bad. It's bad for the sport. The reason people love cricket, the reason I love cricket, it's the epitome. It's the gentleman's sport. Yeah. Don't be kissing his butt. Be real about it, but don't crap. If it's okay to be like, oh, that was a bad ball, it was put away. That's fair. Mm-hmm. Don't start going like, oh, it's terrible ball. What is he doing out there? Yeah. What is he doing out there?
Exactly that.
It's bad. You're going out of your way to hurt somebody. That's lame.
Yeah. And on top of that, there's the two things. The Big Bash. I think these are the two big the leagues which are doing really good.
Big Bash is great. I watch it every year.
Yeah.
I watch it as frequently and as daily as I do the IPL. Shout out to Philippe. Yeah. He's like 5'6". He's a wicketkeeper for the Renegades, and he's sick. Yeah. He's awesome. He hits six. He's like 5'5".
That's amazing. I think the problem with it's not a problem. I think the issue with the BCCI and the cricket control of Australian cricket control, what the CAB they call it, whatever.
CAB.
I don't know. I forgot how they say it. Anyway, so the Indians they don't release players to play in Big Bash.
That's really dumb.
That's dumb. Okay, I think I understand their point of view.
I understand
because
what's their point of view?
The reason. I'll tell you what the reason is. Yeah. The reason is Indian players are well sought. They will bring crowds.
Okay,
so they want to keep the value of the Indian players to their own domestic. What do you call it? Arena.
That's dumb.
So if they want to do that, then why don't you increase the damn teams then?
No, you know what that is? That's reverse racism.
Why?
Because it's like you're literally segregating yourself. It's so dumb.
But I understand.
I don't understand it at all. Look, listen to this. Okay, hear me out. How do superstars become universal superstars? By exposing their brand.
But they're already superstars.
No, I'm saying they can always be bigger.
Only the Kohlis.
Imagine, okay,
another little kid from whatever.
Sure, but I'm saying you're exposing them to another market. How often, like you said, okay, great example. Okay, let's think of a name that would play on any team but isn't like a household name. A cricketer, like what Indian cricketer?
Oh, right now, let's.
Okay,
see.
Great example. KL Rahul. Yeah. He's an amazing cricketer. I don't think everyone knows his name.
Australian knows his name. I mean, he is already playing in the international game.
Yeah. He's not even half of what Kohli is, right? Can we say that?
No. He is.
And also, very close. I don't think Punt is on that level.
No, but
Punt has a hype in India. My
My
point being, it's how are you gonna?
Like Prithvi Shaw? That's a good example.
Whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
That guy would start on any team.
Sanju Samson.
Okay, sure. Okay, whatever. The point is, you have to help them build their brand by becoming universal. It's a great example. Look at these people. Who do you think is more famous right now? Andre Russell or his exact version of KL Rahul? I think Andre Russell is more famous because he plays in the Pakistan League. He plays in the Caribbean League. He plays in the Big Bash League, right? I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen him play there, but I'm guessing. He plays in IPL, right?
Yeah. I think you have
to show your. For me, it's common sense. In cricket, it's looked at differently. I mean, you're playing on different continents, obviously, but it's like it's the equivalent of playing the NBA. Some days you're playing in Milwaukee, some days you're playing in LA. It's like the same thing over there. It's the really big national. It's an international cricket association.
I think IPL has grown.
Let your players play overseas. It's stupid. Help them build a brand. Guess what? You know why? Let these players go play 5-6 games at the whatever they want to play at. You know why? Because these people are going to see them, fall in love, and be like, "Where can I get more?"
I get your point, but I think I will half support the idea of at least the international players, the Indian international players, if they're involved in like their other duties, like they're doing like say for instance, by the Big Bash is going on, they're playing in England, right? For example, the India is playing in England, like 5 series test match or whatever. Why don't you send your second team players, like they're very good at it, like Prithvi Shaw, Shubman Gill, Sanju Samson. There are a lot of good players. Let them make their money. that they have their mark on the international arena, and they it's not only it's the good ambassadors of sport, and they can be anywhere. So I understand your point of view. The BCCI don't want to they don't want to have the international duties as far as representing India. I understand that part, but they do have to send the second and third tier good players. There are a lot of good players. At least about 25 players. They can be any day be as good as international.
I think it's
level.
very easy. Anyone should play, but your duties should come first to your for your nation,
Yeah, that's what
right?
they do.
But I'm saying that like David Warner just played his last game for SRH.
I know.
So I'm saying
They do.
that's the case. You play what you
But-
can play. If you can't play, don't play.
But the point is,
But they should have the option. It should be their choice to be able to. They don't even have. They're not even.
no. The every board does not. They have to. They tie you up with the first priorities for their own.
But
nation.
there's no. It's not like they. All these leagues have done a great job. None of them none of them are running at the same time. They're all running at different times of the year. Different.
Which is the third big league doing very well?
Caribbean League is doing good.
English League is not.
I don't even know if they have a thing.
But they do.
I've never heard of it. I've
I
never
think
watched
they-
it.
Okay.
No.
Sri Lankans are doing
I didn't even
it.
know they had one.
Bangladeshis are doing it.
I know that Bangladesh has one. Everybody has one now, but none of them run at the same time. At least Big Bash League, the Caribbean League, and the IPL don't ever run at the same time.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that is the problem with all the boards that how they're able to kind of
And the thing is, you're just preventing.
juggling.
If seriously, if I was one of these
there's a
people,
slot.
like
time.
imagine a guy like Sanju Samson. Maybe he's not the. How great would it be for him to get a second source of income? You know what I mean? He's got a family. He's got to take his whole family out the hood, man.
He's making a lot of money. Trust me.
Okay, but he can always make more money.
Of course.
What is he
everyone-
doing? He's not getting selected. Has he ever been selected for the national team?
No, but he's playing in like India B.
Oh, who
India
cares
under
about
19,
that?
under
That's so
21.
dumb. You think they get?
Ranji, they
Do you
play
get?
Ranji
Do you
Trophy.
think those players make money playing the Ranji Trophy?
They play some money.
No. Yeah, maybe they get for all their troubles $5,000.
I don't know how much is that.
Come on, nobody watches those. There's never anybody in the stands. How can they make any good money?
Television rights maybe.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so enough
Let
of
the
cricket,
players play,
Cricket-
man. You know what that's like? That's like me telling somebody that they can't make money because I'm already paying them. It's so dumb.
I know.
It's their right. Let them go play.
BCCI, Cricket Control Board, is always a mafia. It's a money-making machine, man.
Okay,
You know.
mafias, hire me. Okay, and I won't ever talk bad about you. Give me $200,000 salary. Take care of my
Send me-
family. Take care of my family. They need minimum 5 vacations a year,
Yeah.
paid for 3 weeks at a time.
So what are you gonna bring out on the plate? You have to tell them.
I'm bringing this whole thing, man. 1.5 Indians, the JK podcast, the Nosebleeds podcast. Hey guys, it's Kieran on Twitch. Everything I have to offer, my whole brand, I'm bringing it.
Okay, and some food too.
We have really good food, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna shout out to Radhika Restaurant in South Pasadena.
Whoa,
And of course, Hudson Restaurant in South Pasadena. I have to-
stop.
Why?
I don't want people to know where we're at.
What do you mean? Are you gonna cut this one out?
Well, I can't cut it now.
No, but it's you have control. You can edit it, right?
But I'm probably not gonna edit it now.
Oh wow. Okay. So it's gonna be a slip of the you gonna money from me for plugging in my information.
No, that's not what I want. I don't
I'm
want
just
people to
joking.
know. I don't want people to know where we work.
Okay.
That's
that sounds good.
weird.
Okay, so you can cut it out, and we can have a
Oh, it's
special podcast for the for other stuff.
Thanks again for watching. This was
Thank
the
you, guys.
1.5 Indians podcast. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, click the notification bell, shop our merch that we're going to be dropping soon. And what day should we be posting? Let's let these people know. Tell me what day you want to post, and I'll put it up every day.
When this is gonna go?
I'm probably going to post it up today.
Okay, today is the 30th. I mean, you're gonna post it on 30th in the morning, right? So we'll do the next podcast on Wednesday night. Is that okay? A day from now. And what are we topic we're gonna talk about? Let's talk about something we're gonna talk about.
I don't know. Let's
Okay,
not think
so-
ahead of it too much.
Okay, just not too much.
Bye,
Okay.
guys.
Thank you. Peace out. Hold on a second. Don't cut it off.
Yeah,
my friend.
they're watching it. They're watching.
Okay. So let's take care of yourself and your family and everyone around you.
Om
Peace.
Namah
God
Shivaya.
bless.
Sat
Om
Sri
Namah
Akal.
Shivaya. Om Shanti Shanti.
Okay, time
Shanti.
out. What if somebody's
Om.
Muslim or Sikh or Christian?
Whatever. everybody, for everyone, there's a peace.
So
Peace for everyone.
peace be with you. Boom.
Peace with
That's
you.
perfect. Unless you don't. You know what? If you don't want peace, screw you.
Thank you.
Peace to everyone. Later
Good
it
night,
is.
guys.